Going to the timeout. You can't ask for much more. This is worthy of an NCAA championship.
Yes, indeed. And really fitting for the way this tournament has played out.
No question about it.
Been a great dance.
And now it's about which team is going to dance best over these next 450.
Singler.
He's been dancing all night.
Yes, he
and
has.
Making sweet music.
Another timeout called.
I think it may have been Butler there, Jim.
Timeout Butler off the Singler make. A mid-major taking on one of the giant programs in college basketball. Butler out of the Horizon League. Duke out of the ACC. Coming down to 4:42 to go. Bulldogs have it. Down 3. Off the knee of Norad, or did it touch a Duke player? Well, they're going to say it didn't touch Norad last. Hayward pulls up, puts up the high arching shot, and it bounces into the hands of Shire.
You see the domination of Duke on the glass here in the second half. That's part of the recipe for success. They wear teams down with that size in the paint area.
Almost stripped.
Boy, Norad is so good at getting his hands on the ball because he stays low and he's active with his hands.
Shire, pull-up shot. Tapped out into the hands of Singler.
Zubac taking advantage of that extra size he has. He can be blocked out, but he's so much bigger than the guy boxing him out that he's able to reach in and get the tap back. Another possession for Duke, and they will not be in a hurry. Both teams over the limit, so you run your best sets, and you probably try to play through Kyle Singler. He's been fantastic all night. 8 offensive rebounds this half for Duke.
5 on the shot clock. Schmidt splits the defender, puts up the floater, and he's fouled. Well, is this going to be a Duke night or a Hoosiers sequel? You remember the line in the movie before the game? They said, let's go win this one for all the small schools who never had a chance to be here. .316 remaining, and Nolan Smith coming to the line to shoot 2 shots. And that's a first make at the line the night for Nolan. He missed his first 3, and there's his mother, Monica. We saw her at halftime on the set. She was just sensational.
He sure was. And Nolan knocks them both down, and Mom is well pleased and nervous.
Butler has gone 6 minutes, 20 seconds without a field goal.
Well, they need to make a jumper or 2, I think, to have a chance, and the ball taken away. But it's going to stay with Butler because Shelvin Mack got on top of it with Thomas to force the held ball.
Big play by Thomas.
Sure was almost a big play.
Yep, but it also will move that arrow back over to the Duke side here with 3 minutes to go if it's needed.
Well, I talked about it earlier, Jim. Offensive efficiency. We hit that at the top of the telecast for Butler, and they've gone a long time without a made field goal. Free throw shooting has kept them in it.
Remember, they did this against Michigan State, too. They won 11.5 minutes. Actually had just 1 field goal in the last 12-18 of that game.
Well, let's keep an eye on the shot clock here as this ball is deflected by Thomas. Scrum, tie up, held ball, and the shot clock probably should have elapsed another couple of seconds before it reset. They were trying to figure out if there was actually a change in possession. It looked like Thomas had it cleanly, didn't it?
For a moment he did.
Yeah, and then Shelvin Mack got back on top. So it was a an opportunity to reset the shot clock there. So a full shot clock for the Bulldogs as they inbound now. Good piece of work by our officiating crew. They've been, I think, excellent all night.
And Smith knocks it out.
Well, Shelvin Mack and Matt Howard a little confused there with one another as to what they wanted to try to get done, and it almost cost him again.
Hayward's been living at the line in the second half, but has not made a basket. Field goal.
Mack is a big shot maker and taker if he gets daylight. He doesn't need much room.
Howard. Mack, one baseline, floater, slides off the rim into the arms of Shire.
Boy, good look at it, though.
Singler coming around, driving in, and that's a travel call against Singler.
He turned that corner a little bit off balance. And that was a good call because Matt Howard was in good position. He slid laterally, didn't jump into the path. I think that's the right call there. Singler lost his feet, and when you do that, it's a walk. Butler has to make a perimeter shot, Jim, or some type of field goal.
They missed their last 6.
Yeah, they can't get it done all the way if they don't make a bucket.
That was a block by Shire. Hayward behind the back, gives it up to Howard, and it bounces in. Minute 40 to go. One possession game.
He's been the man all night for Duke. Singler.
Smith into paint, lays it up. No, off the rim. Norad and the Bulldogs taken off. To the wing for the tie. Mack back of the rim. Howard comes crashing in. Keeps it for Butler.
That's the shot Mack loves. He loves that pull-up three. You don't need it now, though. It doesn't have to be a three now. Just get a good shot.
That's a good shot right there. Howard again on the inside. And it's down to 1. Timeout, Duke. Have you ever seen a scene like this, Clark?
Have not, but I'm loving it. I'm loving it, partner. Mix up. Wide open. 1-point game.
Here's the situation. Blue double ball. 1 timeout left for Duke. Next foul on each side. Double bonus. Clark, little strategy here with 49 seconds.
Well, you've got a 14-second differential between game and shot clock, so Duke has to run one of its best plays. I think you look for Singler coming off some type of screen action, but I think you want to go fairly quickly. But you want to make sure, as you look at Tracy Stevens, Brad's wife, you want to make sure you get a high-quality shot. Ideally, Jim, you would like to get it quickly. If you don't get a good one, then you use whatever time you need to try to get the quality shots you want.
During that timeout, we learned that Howard had blood on his hand. Of course, you can't be out there if you're bleeding. So he toweled off. Taped him up, too. You saw Tracy, Stevens, Mickey Krzyzewski.
This is an ideal time, Jim, really to go 2 for 1. If you have it in your playbook, it's not something that college coaches do on a regular basis, but we know Coach Krzyzewski has coached the Olympic team. So let's see how quickly they try to operate. Not looking for 2 for 1, that's obvious.
Singler open shot, short. Oh, and Howard was thrown down, no call.
And it was off Zubek's foot.
It's going to Butler.
Boy, a lot of hand fighting. Howard flopped a little bit there, and you saw the ball go off Zubek's foot. Well, Zubek did move him a little bit. Howard embellished. But at the end of the play, that ball hit Brian Zubek's foot.
Shot clock is off. Norad to Mack. Hayward hasn't touched it. 15 seconds. Mack. Zubak deflects it. Stays with Butler with 13.6 seconds. Timeout, Butler. Do you believe in sequels?
Certainly looks that way, doesn't it, partner? My goodness.
That young man right there had a mild moment. Brownsburg won a state championship with no time left. Hit the shot in the lane.
Well, here you're down one. You have to get a shot up with 4 or 5 seconds ideally on the clock.
Look at Hinkle Fieldhouse, packed, 12,000 strong. Capacity is 10,000.
Because you want to give yourself a chance, Jim, for a putback. And even if you don't convert, perhaps a quick foul to stretch it out. But I think you've got to try to get a shot up, especially as good as Butler is defensively. I think you try to get it up right around that 5, 6, 7 second mark. Give yourself a chance. If you don't score to tip it in, then you've got a chance to immediately foul after that.
Zubak is going to guard the inbounds pass.
Biggest guy on the floor, going to try to bother the vision of Hayward. Pretty good move. You got to set your screens. You don't want to throw that ball into the corner if you're Butler.
Okay, here we go. Hayward needs help, has to call the timeout.
That's a tough spot to get it inbounds because it's so tight to the corner.
Strange angles. Zubak with that big wingspan made that difficult for Hayward to see any kind of seam, and now they've changed the inbound thrower. It's going to be Howard instead of Hayward.
Well, it gives Hayward a chance to be involved in maybe screening and catching the pass.
Well, there it is, out to Hayward. Singler defending. 10 seconds to go. He wants to drive behind the back. On the baseline, fadeaway shot off the rim into Zubak's hands. 3.6 seconds.
Well done. Good shot for your best player. You got it on the rim, and 3.6. You're able to foul, and that would still give you time to maybe have one more possession. Good defense by Singler, moving his feet, not fouling. Challenged by Zubak. Well, that's good all the way around, and it was right on line. Right on line. Terrific job by Gordon Hayward to jump stop and then lean back. But that's outstanding defense by Duke.
Yep, with Zubak, of course, with that long arm, too, it made Hayward launch it just a little longer, you would think. Now Zubak, for the whole tournament, 7 out of 12 at the line. 2 shots. His father, Paul. Butler has no timeouts.
So they would hope that Zubak makes this.
Not going to try. It's Hayward pulling it down. Getting around Zubak. At midcourt, launches the shot. Oh, it almost went in! Almost went in, and Duke is the king of the dance, 2010.